Good day, guys. Now we'll be doing a second clip about IFRS 15. And on IFRS 15, we are looking at step 2, identifying the performance obligation in a contract. In terms of step 2, one of the key things we need to know is the definition of a performance obligation. A definition of a performance obligation states that a performance obligation is a promise in a contract with the customer to transfer to the customer either a good or service or bundle of goods or services that is distinct, or a series of distinct goods or services that are substantially the same or that have the same pattern of transfer to the customer. Now, after we have read the definition, the next thing we need to do is to look at step 2, identifying the performance obligation. We need to identify a performance obligation at the contract inception. An entity shall assess whether the goods or services promised in the contract can be identified as separate or combined performance obligation. Then, to do that, the goods or services or the bundle of goods or services or a series of bundles of goods and services that are substantially the same or that have the same pattern of transfer to the customer need to be distinct. Distinct refers to two things. Are these goods separately specified in the contract? Number one. Number two, are they able to generate economic benefits for the customer, individually or combined with other goods? However, performance obligations do not include activities that the entity do to fulfill the contract, such as administrative or setup activities, unless such activities transfer a goods or service to a customer. And also, we have factors which indicates whether to us goods or services are separately identifiable. These are: the entity does not provide a significant service integrating the goods or service with other goods promised in the contracts into a bundle of goods that represents a combined output with the customer. It means that whatever we are doing should not lead to a combined output. That's number A. Number B, the goods or services which you are providing are not modifying or customizing another good promised in the contract. We are not modifying something promised in the contract. Number C, the goods or services are not highly dependent or interrelated with other goods or services promised in the contract. It means that the goods are separate. If I can give you an example, if one is asked to conduct some construction contract and one is asked to build a property, there are certain services which are related to that. For example, someone might be a bricklayer, laying the bricks, the foundation, and the wall. Added to that, the contract may have interrelated services like plastering of the wall, as an example, or painting might be a separate service. We need to be able to pick up the factors as highlighted above. And also, if a promised goods or service is not distinct, let's assume that in the one contract, same contract, the other one cannot be separately identifiable. It means that we need to recognize those as a single performance obligation. And it's important that before we move on to other steps, we are able to identify their performance obligation. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.